Hello, esteemed members. As always, please be sure to follow security procedure Watch Alone with this communication. This transmission is an update to Planning Series D19 and contains details of our current activities and a look ahead to the near future. You should be ready as and when events described take place to move yourself and families to the clear zone of your choice. Negotiations are taking place between the Chinese, Russians and the Western Bloc as to the final number of cities each will sacrifice in the nuclear conflagration. A list of cities in all superblocks will be made available when concluded. Transition to a clear zone before the start of the war is advisable due to the chaotic nature of lower-level staff action and the danger from unforeseen third parties and flexible timeline of expansion. First strike will be the Temple Mount in Jerusalem as outlined in Series A3, followed by conflagration in the Middle East theater. Global strikes will follow with a total of 60 warheads. The total amount of radiation released on Earth will only be a fraction of that released from the 500 warheads detonated in the Cold War atmosphere tests. However, damage to infrastructure and population will be far greater given the nature of the targets. In general, the industrialized Northern Hemisphere will suffer the most immediate and severe population reduction, especially given the poor civil response and collapse of the economy. Thank you to those members involved in that part of the operation. China and Russia will suffer similar decapitation, leaving a power vacuum in the aftermath to be filled by our order as per Series A1. Our new capital, Astana, is nearing completion. Work is continuing on its resource stockpile and bunker facilities, but most of the architecture is complete. Residency in Astana is oversubscribed, so if you haven't applied yet, sorry, capacity has been met. Patagonia, Bhutan, Australasia, Greenland, and other clear zones are all available, as are many others, and we advise land acquisition as an immediate priority. Post-war Astana will be the new capital of Earth. From here, members of the Three Corners will manage the planet, its population and resources. Initially, this will entail further reduction in livestock numbers by natural wastage, famine creation, and survival stress. During this period, it is expected there will be more disorder and conflict from survivors and remnants of the old order. The creation of one world economic, military, and administrative government will be paralleled by the creation of one Earth, one God religion. Leaders of current religious franchises have been meeting in Astana for years now under the guise of peace and reconciliation. They have worked out the details of all one God's appearance and performance in the holograms. Different holograms for different cultures have been designed, but the message of unity and obedience will be common in all. A mythology has been prepared and a number of events involving Christ figure, Vishnu, Allah, and other prophets will be staged. These will build up over the following 100 years until the acceptance of all one God with shopping is complete in time for the processional zodiac alignment with Aquarius and the dawning of its age. Praise the laws. Indigenous and ethnic populations around the world who are currently beyond our media and commercial reach will in large part be left alone. Central Africa, large parts of South America, Siberia, Mongolia, etc. are to become reservations of ancient humanity. These populations will self-limit themselves by virtue of harsh climate and subsistence existence. With a smaller global population to manage in the modern world, it will be possible to exploit the natural resources in their areas without disrupting their lives. Psychologists have raised the issue of sympathy and asked us to remind you that the survival of our biosphere is paramount. It will be difficult to stay our hand during the coming adjustment. You may be tempted to try and save non-members or warn certain groups about the coming events. Do not, repeat, do not do this. Let me remind you that those who do not see the need for contraction, those bovine masses who were happy to consume and destroy as long as they fared well, who mindlessly obeyed and did not stand against the excesses of the energy age, have failed the Darwinian test of survival. We shall never again support the lives of so many, never again allow so many humans to destroy the earth only for comfort and excess. A global armed police force dealing with local squabbles, civil strife and dissent will present a united face to our order and give survivors confidence in authority. Officers will be judge, jury and executioner of justice, thus streamlining the world's legal system and lowering investment in custody. That ends this communication. Stand by to move or act soon. And remember, no sympathy, no warning, no regrets.